Siempre, always, always, always. Never, nunca, never. Algunas veces, sometimes. A veces, at times. De vez en cuando, occasionally. Normalmente, normally, usually. A menudo, often. Okay. Probably you know these frequency adverbs. Ahora su colocación. Siempre van en el afirmativo entre el sujeto y el verbo. I always hold a pen in class. I never hold a pencil. I always hold a pen. Ahora, si entra en la ecuación el verbo to be, entonces always va después. Siempre estoy tosiendo en clase. I am always coughing in class. ¿A que suena café? Coughing. I'm always coughing in class. I'm always losing my place. Siempre estoy perdiendo el sitio donde estoy. I'm always losing. Always, I'm never coming again. Etc. Va después del verbo to be. Y si no está el verbo to be, está entre el sujeto y el verbo. Vamos a ver ejemplos. Él siempre está enfadado. He is always. Va después del verbo to be. He is always angry. Angry. He's always angry. Ella nunca está lista. She's never ready. She's never ready. He's always ready. But she's never ready. Ellos siempre están quejándose. They are always complaining. They are, or contracción, they're always complaining. They're always complaining. Pepe and Maria, they're always complaining. They're never ready, and they're always complaining. And they're always angry, and they're never ready, and they're always complaining. Me, I'm always ready. I'm always ready. I'm always ready. I'm always. Contracción. I'm always. La M manda aquí. Parece que always no existe. Parece que existe la palabra always. I'm always ready. Siempre estoy listo a tiempo. I'm always ready in time. I'm always ready. I'm always ready. She's never ready. And he's never ready. They're never ready. Y siempre se están quejando. And they're always complaining. Ahora bien, en la pregunta, is he always ready? Am I always ready? Are you always complaining? Are they always on time? Etc. Okay? Ahora bien, cuando no entra en acción el verbo to be, entonces, always va entre sujeto y verbo. I always use a pen in class. Él a menudo almuerza en casa. He often has lunch at home. He often has lunch at home. Nunca tiene tiempo para mí. Ella nunca tiene tiempo para mí. She never has. She never has time for me. She always has time for you, but she never has time for me. And she usually has time for Pepe, but she never has time for me. She always has time for you. She usually has time for Pepe. She often has time for Maria, but she never has time for me. Ellos suelen tomar café. They usually have coffee. My wife usually has tea. What do you usually have? What do you usually have for breakfast? Do you usually? Eso sí que es una trabalenguas. Do you usually? ¿Tú usualmente tomas café? Do you usually have coffee? Repetidlo. A ver. Vamos. Do you, no digáis do you. Do you. Do you usually. A ver si sois capaces de decir eso, con una pronunciación más o menos cercana a la correcta. Do you usually have coffee? Me, I always have coffee, but my wife never has coffee. She always has tea. And do you usually roll up your sleeves in class? Yes, I usually roll up my sleeves in class. Do you always teach? Do you always teach looking at the camera? Yes, I always teach looking at the camera. And do you usually teach the verb to have in every class? No, I don't usually teach the verb to have in every class. But do you always insist on pronunciation in your class? No, I don't always insist on pronunciation. But do you always insist on correct grammar in class? Yes, I always insist on correct grammar in class. And do the lights usually give you problems? No. The lights usually don't give me problems. Do you usually turn off your telephone during the class? No. I silence my telephone, but I don't turn it off. I don't turn it off. I silence it, but I don't turn it off. I usually leave it on. I don't turn it off. I usually leave it on. But do you always keep your telephone on the table in class? Yes, I always keep my telephone on my table in class, incluso, even on TV. Okay. And Richard, do you often lose your patience with your students? Que si a menudo pierdo la paciencia. Yes, I always lose my patience with my students. I never have patience with my students. Destrozan mi idioma todos los días. Vivo con destrozos, recogiendo trozos rotos de mi idioma en la calle, en la clase, en la escalera. Ay, mira, he encontrado un trozo de los adverbios de frecuencia aquí. Se pisan, patadean mi idioma durante 35 años. Entonces, do you expect me to be patient? I'm never patient in class. I am never. Ahora el verbo to be. I'm never patient in class. Okay, pero tengo que cortar. Me dicen que se acabó el tiempo. Pero vuelvo. All right, thank you.
Gracias, Richard. Soy Carly. I'm Carly. Y ahora vamos a hacer un repaso de la clase anterior. Pero primero quiero presentar a mi invitado, Xavi. ¿Qué tal estás, Xavi? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Muy bien, me alegro. Bueno, pues si estás listo, vamos a hacer un repaso. ¿Sí te parece?
I'm ready.
Que dice que está listo. Pues estamos listos los dos y empezamos. Primero vamos a hablar de los adverbios de frecuencia. Vamos a utilizar 4 solo ahora y más luego, pero 4 ahora. Estamos hablando de siempre. ¿Cómo es siempre?
Always.
Always. Always. Decimos siempre, always. ¿Y cómo se dice usualmente, normalmente en inglés?
Usually.
Usually. Decimos usualmente porque, bueno, suena muy parecido. Usualmente, usually, como tú. Usually. Usually. Y a veces,
Sometimes.
sometimes. Con la M, sometimes. Muy bien. Y nunca.
Never.
Never. Muy bien. Pues always, usually, sometimes, and never. Y voy a preguntar a Xavi unas cosas que hace y a menudo o no, si lo hace a menudo o no. Bueno, empezamos. How often do you play football? How often do you play football?
I never play football.
Okay, yo un poco, a veces. I play football sometimes. Xavi never plays football. Ha dicho, I never play football. I never play football. How often do you study English? ¿Con qué frecuencia estudias el inglés? How often do you study English? Xavi.
I usually study English.
Muy bien. Y yo quería oír siempre, pero bueno, sí, ahora poco a poco.
El descanso es
El
importante.
descanso, eso sí, eso sí. Bueno, how often do you drink water? To drink water.